Today's classic car listings are absolutely insane because we found a real 1969 Z28 Camaro, a 436 horsepower 57 Bel Air, a vintage Ford Rat Rod pickup, and one survivor Mustang that still has its original 4-cylinder and 4-speed manual. Let's get into it.
Car number 1, 1965 Ford Mustang convertible, $30,000, Airville, Pennsylvania. First up is this blue-on-blue 1965 Mustang convertible, and honestly, this thing sounds like the perfect weekend cruiser. The seller has owned it since 2003, and according to the listing, the car went through a complete restoration about 20 years ago. What's interesting though is that only around 800 miles have been put on the car since then. That means this Mustang spent most of its life tucked away and preserved instead of being heavily driven. And honestly, the blue exterior paired with the matching blue interior probably gives this car a very clean mid-60s look. There's something about early Mustangs and factory-style colors that just feels timeless. Under the hood, the original 289 was replaced with a rebuilt 302 V8, which honestly is a pretty common and smart upgrade for these cars. You get a little more reliability, a little more power, and easier parts availability without ruining the classic character. The seller also added headers, which means this convertible probably has a much healthier sound than a stock Mustang would have had back in 1965. Backing the engine is the original C4 automatic transmission, and the front brakes have been upgraded to discs, another very smart improvement, because drum brakes on old Mustangs can feel sketchy in modern traffic. The car also received a new interior, a new power convertible top, and all new suspension parts. That's a huge deal, because suspension restoration alone can completely transform how these cars drive. The only thing the seller mentions not upgrading was power steering, so expect it to still have that old-school, heavier steering feel at low speeds. But honestly, that's part of the charm. This feels like one of those classic cars you buy to enjoy sunny evenings, back roads, and local cruise nights with the top down and the small block V8 rumbling in the background.
Car number 2, 1939 Ford Street Rod, $25,000, Mount Bethel, Pennsylvania. All right, this next car sounds like pure old-school hot rod culture. The listing says 1939 Ford GT, but based on the description, this is clearly a custom street rod build, and honestly, that makes it even cooler. These pre-war Ford street rods have always had a massive following because they represent the roots of American hot rodding. This one is powered by a small block Chevy paired with a rebuilt TH350 automatic transmission, which is basically one of the most proven street rod combinations ever created. Simple, reliable, tons of aftermarket support, and probably plenty of fun. The seller describes it as a great ride with a unique paint hue that's very presentable in person. That usually means the paint changes tones depending on the light, which can look incredible on an older custom build like this. And honestly, one of the best things about street rods is that every single one has its own personality. No two are exactly alike. Some are built to cruise, some are built to show off fabrication work, some are built to sound absolutely nasty. This one sounds like a solid, affordable cruiser for somebody who wants the vintage hot rod look without spending 6 figures. And at 25 grand, it honestly feels pretty approachable compared to what fully built street rods can cost today. Car number 3, 1978 Ford Mustang Coupe, $10,000, Kent, Connecticut. Fox body Mustangs get all the attention these days, but before the Fox platform came along, Ford gave us the Mustang II era. And honestly, these cars are finally starting to get appreciated for what they are. This 1978 Mustang Coupe is about as original as it gets. The seller says it still has the original 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine, original 4-speed manual transmission, and only around 48,000 miles. That's pretty cool because so many Mustang IIs either got heavily modified, rusted away, or simply disappeared over the years. And while these cars were never massive horsepower monsters, they absolutely represent an important chapter in Mustang history. The late 1970s were tough years for performance cars because of emissions regulations, fuel economy concerns, and insurance costs. So instead of giant V8s and wild horsepower numbers, manufacturers focused more on smaller engines and drivability. This Mustang feels like a survivor from that era. The seller says everything still works like it should, and the rust has only just started with no holes or welding needed yet. That's actually pretty important because rust is usually what kills these cars. And honestly, a lightweight little 4-speed Mustang with manual transmission probably makes a surprisingly fun cruiser. Simple, honest, affordable. Sometimes that's enough.
Car number 4.
(1965) Ford Mustang Coupe, $11,000, Enola, Pennsylvania. This next Mustang is probably the most affordable entry point into classic car ownership in the whole lineup. 11 grand for a running and driving 1965 Mustang Coupe is honestly getting harder and harder to find. Now, this isn't a V8 fastback or a high-dollar show car. This one keeps things simple, with the original 200 cubic inch inline-6 paired to a 3-speed manual transmission. And honestly, there's something cool about that. Because before Mustangs became giant auction stars and 6-figure collectibles, they were affordable sporty cars people actually drove every day. This car feels connected to that original spirit. The seller says it's solid, garage-kept, and straightforward overall. The odometer and speedometer aren't currently working, but beyond that, it sounds like a usable classic with good bones. The green exterior with black interior probably gives it a very honest mid-60s appearance too. And honestly, inline-6 Mustangs are underrated. No, they're not fire-breathing muscle cars, but they're lighter in the front end, simpler to maintain, and perfect for somebody who wants the classic Mustang experience without spending huge money. This feels like one of those cars you buy because you simply love old cars and want something fun to drive on weekends. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Car number 5, 1965 Ford Mustang 2+2 Fastback, $45,000, Marlborough, Massachusetts. And here we go. This is the Mustang everybody probably clicked for. A 1965 Mustang 2+2 Fastback, finished in red with a black interior. And honestly, these cars never stop looking cool. The fastback roofline completely changed the personality of the Mustang when Ford introduced it in 1965. Suddenly, the car looked more aggressive, more performance-oriented, and far more serious. And today, early fastbacks are some of the most desirable Mustangs in the collector market. This one still carries its original 289 V8, along with power steering and the iconic fold-down rear seats. That fold-down rear seat setup was one of the signature features of the early fastbacks, and Mustang fans absolutely love seeing it still intact. The seller says the car was fully restored around 12 years ago and still presents extremely well today, with rust-free bodywork and excellent paint. But one of the most interesting upgrades here is the Holley Sniper 2 electronic fuel injection system. That's a massive drivability improvement over the original carburetor setup. Cold starts become easier, idle quality improves, reliability gets better. And for somebody who actually wants to drive their classic Mustang regularly, EFI upgrades like this make a huge difference. The car also has all working lights and gauges, a new distributor, electric fuel pump, and fresh battery. And honestly, this sounds like exactly the kind of Mustang that could be enjoyed immediately without needing constant work. Classic look, V8 sound, fastback styling. That combination never gets old.
Car number 6, 1963 Ford F100 Rat Rod, $10,000, Norwich, Connecticut. All right, this thing has pure backyard hot rod energy. A 1963 Ford F100 sitting low with a Chevy 350 under the hood already tells you exactly what kind of truck this is. And honestly, I kind of love it. This isn't a perfectly restored show truck. This is the kind of build that exists because somebody wanted something loud, rough around the edges, and fun. The seller calls it a rat rod and hot rod project, and the drivetrain setup is about as classic as it gets. Chevy 350, TH350 automatic, headers, Edelbrock intake, carb setup, B&M shifter. That combination has powered thousands of old-school hot rods over the years for one simple reason: it works. The truck also has a Mustang 2 front suspension conversion, along with power steering and power brakes, which means it should drive significantly better than an original straight-axle 63 pickup. And honestly, those upgrades matter, because old trucks can feel pretty rough on modern roads without suspension improvements. Visually, the turquoise exterior with white interior probably gives this thing a really cool vintage vibe too. You can almost picture it parked outside an old diner somewhere with open headers rumbling at idle. The seller is upfront that it needs a little TLC, but that honesty is actually refreshing. This feels like a project somebody can jump into immediately and slowly personalize over time. And at 10 grand, it's honestly hard to find this much old-school hot rod character anymore.
Car number 7. 1965 Ford Fairlane 500, $12,000, Patchogue, New York. Now this thing sounds like a bargain. This 1965 Ford Fairlane 500 has serious vintage drag car energy, and honestly, 12 grand feels almost suspiciously cheap for what's being described here. The seller says the floors and trunk are solid, the body is straight as an arrow, and the black-on-black appearance already gives the car a very aggressive look. But then you get to the drivetrain setup. Under the hood is a 306 Mustang motor paired with true dual Flowmaster exhaust, and according to the seller, it sounds sick. Honestly, I completely believe that. Old Fairlanes with loud dual exhaust have a totally different personality compared to modern muscle cars. More raw, more mechanical, more unpredictable. The car also has an AOD transmission, TCI shifter, aluminum radiator, aftermarket gauges, stereo system, and an old-school tach mounted inside. And the seller specifically says it looks like an old drag car. That's probably exactly why somebody's gonna love it. This isn't some perfectly restored trailer queen. This feels like the kind of car you'd see pulling into a local burger joint on a Friday night with open headers 30 years ago. And honestly, the fact that all the glass works, the gauges function, and the windows roll properly already puts this car ahead of a lot of cheap classics floating around online. At this price point, it feels like a ton of personality for the money.
Car number 8. 1967 Ford Mustang convertible, $28,500. Tacoma Park, Maryland. This next Mustang sounds like somebody genuinely cared about making the car reliable instead of just making it look pretty. And honestly, those are often the best classics to buy. This 1967 Mustang convertible still carries its original style 289 V8, C4 automatic transmission, power steering, console, and factory-style diamond blue paint color. But what really stands out here is the amount of maintenance and restoration work that's already been completed. The seller basically rebuilt the entire car mechanically to make it road trip ready. Cooling system parts, brakes, suspension, steering components, driveline parts, fuel system components, the list just keeps going. And that stuff matters way more than flashy modifications, because when you buy a classic car, reliability becomes everything. The seller also upgraded the ignition system using Protronics electronic components, which is a really common and smart reliability improvement for vintage Mustangs. Another detail I like is the honesty in the listing. The seller openly says the engine compression is lower than it should be, meaning the motor may eventually need attention. That transparency is actually a good sign, because you know exactly what you're walking into. The car has also reportedly retained all its original sheet metal and still has functioning accessories. Even the factory clock works. That's honestly impressive for a nearly 60-year-old convertible. And visually, an off-white or diamond blue 1967 Mustang convertible with blue interior and white wall tires probably looks incredibly classy cruising down the road. This feels like a real enthusiast-owned car.
Car number 9. 1969 Chevrolet Camaro Z28, $80,000, Garden City, Michigan. Now we're talking serious muscle car territory. A real 1969 Camaro Z28 with a correct DZ302 engine and Muncie 4-speed is the kind of car that immediately gets hardcore collectors paying attention. Because the Z28 wasn't just another Camaro trim package. Back in 1969, the Z28 was Chevrolet's high-revving road race-inspired performance machine built to compete in Trans Am racing. And the legendary DZ302 small block became one of the most iconic engines of the muscle car era. These motors loved RPM. They sounded aggressive, revved hard, and gave the Z28 a completely different personality compared to the big block Camaros of the same period. This example reportedly received a full nut and bolt restoration, which usually means the car was taken completely apart and restored in extreme detail. The dusk blue paint paired with the blue interior probably looks absolutely stunning too,
because late 60s GM colors always seem to hit differently in sunlight. The seller also mentions the correct Muncie 4-speed transmission and 12-bolt rear end are still in place. That's huge for authenticity. And honestly, this feels like the kind of Camaro people dream about owning when they're kids. Real Z28, 4-speed, high-revving small block, classic 1969 body style. That's muscle car royalty.
Car number 10. (1957) Chevrolet Bel Air, $62,000, Brecksfield, Ohio. And finally, we're ending this lineup with one seriously nasty Tri-5 Chevy. This 1957 Bel Air sounds absolutely built to terrorize the streets. Under the hood sits a brand new 383-stroker blueprint engine, making a claimed 436 horsepower. And honestly, in a lightweight 57 Chevy, that's more than enough to create problems. Especially when you combine it with a Muncie M20 4-speed manual transmission and 3.73 gears out back. This thing probably pulls hard in every gear. The seller also added a massive list of performance upgrades, including MSD ignition, ceramic headers, Flowmaster-style hardware, upgraded steering components, new drive shaft, line lock setup, and drag-oriented equipment. And honestly, the line lock button mounted on the shifter tells you everything you need to know about this car's personality. This thing was built for fun. The classic red-on-red color combination also works perfectly, because nothing says 1950s American performance like a bright red Bel Air sitting on wide rear tires. And despite all the performance upgrades, the seller still invested in cosmetic details too, including a new headliner and rear deck shelf installation. That balance between show-quality appearance and real street performance is what makes builds like this so appealing. Because this isn't just a car you stare at. This is a car you fire up, dump the clutch, and enjoy. Alright guys, which one are you taking home? The real Z28 Camaro? The screaming 383-powered Bel Air? The affordable F100 Hot Rod Project? Or the road trip-ready Mustang convertible? Drop your favorite down below. And if you enjoy classic cars for sale, muscle cars, vintage trucks, and hidden American classics like these, make sure you subscribe because we've got a lot more wild listings coming soon. See you guys in the next video.